Bonsoir les amis, this is Llyane Stanfield and you can find me at ParisianFrench.com. Long time no see. I didn't have a chance to do this video yesterday, or a similar video yesterday, but I gave you a verb conjugation. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below. So today I'm going to give you a little more tips about how to make a story. And to me, because well, I'm a storyteller, and to me everything is a story, even this, and it is really. To tell a story, you need to talk in the past, in the present, in the future. That's what a story is. And at the beginning, as a beginner, we start using verbs in the present tense, and that's okay for the beginning. But then, if you notice, you really have to get into the past tense, into the future tense, right? And so you have to talk about what happened, what will happen. And so in the webinar on Sunday, and you can register even through this ParisianFrench.com link, but in the webinar on Sunday, you will see other tenses that you can use that are a little easier than the tenses I'm going to talk to you about today. But let's stick to today. So today I'm going to give you the verb to have, which is, you know, I'm sure one of the most important verbs that we have in French, to have and to be. Avoir, to have. And I'm going to give you the examples in the past, in the present, and in the future. And the story that I have chosen is of a kid, which we all were at a certain point, and that's why we talk about kids in all books, because everybody can relate, who is in school, in a French school, and introducing to you also the marking system in a French school. So in America, in North America, where I am, and most people, I know that I have a lot of Europe, and there's also Australia, South Africa, but in North America, the marking is up to 100, and it's a little more, I guess, precise, because you can have like a 94, you can have a 65, right? So it's like, now in France, though, we have the system in the base 10, which means you can only get a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 10, right? 9, 10, and so on. And so that's also a little cultural introduction for you, in case you want to go there and spend a few years, and you have a kid and they're going to go to school, and you'll know that this is, you know, what happens with them with the marks. Now you know the marks. And so my story is about a kid who yesterday got an 8, and today is has a 9. So yesterday I had an today I have a 9, yesterday I had an 8, and tomorrow I'm going to have a 10. I will have a 10. So this is my story, and that's of course just little reason to make a little story and to conjugate the verb to have. And I'm going to give you the verb conjugation in those 3 tenses, and the transcript will be in the description of this video, up in the description right after I finish this video, as usual. So, aujourd'hui j'ai un 9. Today I have a 9. Aujourd'hui j'ai un 9. Hier, j'ai eu un 8. Hier, j'ai eu un 8. So I overemphasize, and do not shy away from emphasis, from enunciating. The reason I'm saying this is because it happened to me. I was in the airport in Charles de Gaulle, and so they 2 attendants were instructing me what was my gate. My gate was number 6, and so they told me la porte 6. Well, 6 doesn't have a y at the end to actually enunciate it, and so there's absolutely no reason for that. And but they still emphasized it, this enunciated so hard. And so don't worry about enunciating more, because that will help you actually be clear in your speech. I do that in English and all the languages that I learn. And I do that in French for you, because a lot of you told me to enunciate more, because you really want to catch up exactly what sounds we make in that particular word. And I have no problem doing that, because enunciating is a second nature for me. So I'm going to say these sentences again. Aujourd'hui, j'ai un 9. Hier, j'ai eu un 8. Demain, j'aurai un 10. Tomorrow I will have a 10. Demain, j'aurai un 10. So the conjugation in the present. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a. Nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Remember, don't ever conjugate il, elle, on, a, or il, elle, on. You never use that in conversation. Always keep in mind the goal. Your goal with French is to use French as a tool and to make conversation, to tell your stories. And never ever will you ever say il, elle, on, a, or il, elle, a, or il, on. Il, elle, on, right? So you'll never ever say il, elle, one after the other in real life. And so don't practice what you don't use, okay? So, that was the present tense. Passé composé. J'ai eu, tu as eu, il a eu, elle a eu, on a eu, nous avons eu, vous avez eu, ils ont eu, elles ont eu. And futur. J'aurai, tu auras, il aura, elle aura, on aura. Nous aurons, vous aurez, ils auront, elles auront. Ils auront, elles auront. Okay. So, well, this was it for you for today. I'm so happy to see you here. What am I going to tell you? Right, so this is just the beginning. This is just like a tip of the tip. And so it's the tip of the tip. So to continue, like a crash course, to continue something, and don't get inhibited by the name crash course. You have all the time in the world. There's just like things that will help. The reason I call it crash course is because I give you there things that will help you along the way, not just at the beginning. So that's why I'm saying that you can make conversation even if you are a beginner, because the tips that I give you and all the the tricks are applicable whether you are a beginner or a little more advanced, and that's a really good thing. So go to parisianfrench.com and get the crash course if you didn't get it yet, and you will have there also the newsletter that will tell you what's everything that happens in the webinar on Sunday, as well as don't forget, we still have the scholarship for the program from newbie to oh la la, the 8-week program that helps you to get by in Paris, in your trip to Paris, even if you're a beginner. So thank you so much for being here. Don't ever give up on your dream to become bilingual. Learn Parisian French and break the language barrier. Merci beaucoup et à dimanche. Au revoir.